Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
It is a Thursday, the 19th day of December, and we are fresh off the RiverBender.com Christmas party. Success. It was fun, man. We had a ton of fun yesterday. But I am going to be honest with you. I'm a little tired today, but we got a really good show. We're going to be talking to Amron again in just a couple of minutes. You know, just a couple of days ago, Brian and Jake joined us, and it was really good to get their insights and really just kind of learn a little bit more of what Amron does in a proactive way to keep our community informed. And they have these really cool, and I know you guys have gotten these emails about the smart thermostat. And this thing is a really great way to maybe even save on some energy usage and keep your house right where it needs to be. So some really good stuff coming down the pipeline at 9:30. Then at 10:10, we're going to be talking to a little bit of a really unique program. So this UMSL program really provides entrepreneurs an opportunity to completely grow. And we're going to be talking to a few of the individuals that were named in this endowment and this grant program and kind of get to know a little bit more about that program as a whole. So some really good stuff coming down the pipeline. And then at 10:30, we're talking all things Lovelyloons, luxury event rentals, and decor, and learning all about just more small businesses in our community and ways we can support them as 2025 starts to turn right around the corner. At 9:06, we'll take you right to top of the hour news. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update, and you'll join myself and 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. We will take you right into St. Louis first. The second suspect, Donovan Beckham Jr., has been charged with the first-degree murder in the shooting death of Colin Brown. This is an update. A high school hockey player from O'Fallon that was fatally shot while riding in a car with his father on Interstate 55 in St. Louis. Beckham, 28, was arrested just a couple of days ago on December the 17th and faces charges including shooting from a motor vehicle. He joins Garrett Jordan, who was charged earlier after investigators linked him to the crime scene using cell phone data. Both suspects are currently held without bond as the investigation continues. Authorities urge anyone with information to come forward. Back here in Madison County, the fourth phase of the Edwardsville Shared Use Path project along Highway 157 is officially underway following City Council approval. The city secured $390,000 in federal CMAQ grant funds to develop a 0.37-mile path from West Swartz Street to Enclave Boulevard. City Council members unanimously approved a joint funding agreement with IDOT, with completion projected within the next 5 years. Additionally, $97,600 in matching funds from the city, covered by a grant from the Metro East Park and Recreation District, brings the project's total to $488,000. Bids for this phase set to open in January 2025. Governor J.B. Pritzker, alongside Illinois Department of Healthcare and Family Services and the Illinois Capital Development Board, has announced the selection of 13 organizations to receive funding through the Healthcare Transformation Capital Investment Grant Program. This initiative allocates $200 million for capital projects aimed to addressing health-related social needs and reducing healthcare disparities in historically underserved communities. Governor Pritzker emphasized the importance of investing in these areas to improve healthcare access. The grant will enhance facilities and support state safety net hospitals, ensuring the critical Medicare reaches those most in need across the state of Illinois. Also, in the news today, the Grafton City Council meeting on December the 17th began with a moment of silence for retired Chief of Police Eric Spanton, who passed away just a few days ago on December the 14th. Mayor Morrow led the tribute, highlighting the community's admiration for the chief's service. The meeting also featured Trebby Bradfish and event coordinators Jessica Hayes and Desiree Hardwick presenting a donation from the 4th annual, which is on the water event, to the National Memorial of Military Ascent. This year's event raised $17,201, bringing total contributions since 2021 to $41,422, demonstrating the community's commitment to supporting its veterans. Finally, in top of the hour news this morning, freshman forward Chase Jones led Marquette Catholic with 18 points, while Cam Golig added 10 as the Explorers triumphed over Father McGivney Catholic with a score of 61-38. After a close start, Marquette surged ahead with a 15-0 run, how about that, to establish a commanding lead, and despite McGivney's efforts to rally in the second, they fell short. Marquette coach Cody Best praised his team's execution, while McGivney's coach, Corey Klauser, noted they need to improve after their 5 consecutive losses. Both teams now stand at 4-5 on the season, looking forward to 2025. And that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend. We'll have more for you at 10 o'clock. We'll take a look at weather. It's 32 degrees. We're right at freezing here in the 618. And, man, doesn't feel much better out there. It feels like 34. Today, mostly sunny and breezy this afternoon and tonight. Partly cloudy and still breezy. Temperatures will reach 47 degrees today and drop down to 28 overnight as we head into Friday. But here we go. The Christmas weekend is getting ready to start. On Friday, a high of only 32, a low of 24. On Saturday, when we're rushing around and getting the final bit of shopping done, a high of 35, a low of 23 degrees. And on Sunday, a high of 67, there's a 67% chance of rain, a high of 39, a low of 29. And on Monday, that chance of rain continues with a high of 42 and a low of 37 degrees. 67 would feel pretty nice, too. Hey, that's a look at the next 5 days, but here's what's happening now, my friends. At 9:12, it's 32 degrees, partly sunny in downtown Alton. It feels like 34. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. Hey, while I have you, Hainer Library is ready to welcome you and your little ones in this Christmas vacation, because let's be honest, week 1's okay, but week two is whenever the real strengths are tested in a family during that Christmas vacation. At least it was in my house. The siblings are together for all that time. They're getting cooped up. They got to run. You take them to Hainer Library. How about this? Take them to the Library of Things, where you could check out, if you will, a piano, keyboard, multi-use speaker system with a microphone, maybe make it a karaoke day, an ESPN projector, maybe for a bigger movie night, ghost hunting equipment, a can jam set, bubble machines, ring lights with a tripod if they're wanting to do some of those TikTok challenges or games. They have stand mixers, microscopes, green screens, cornhole game sets, pickleball game sets, metal detectors, and they just have a ton more stuff. I mean, if you go in there, you're going to find something to keep the little ones occupied, but also when you go into Hainer Library, you can stop by and pick up one of their kid or teen crafts, something just to kind of keep them busy, and just have a little bit more fun and really showcase why our libraries are so important. At Hainer Library, it's not just the library of things, it's everything they do over there at our community staple. So I highly encourage you to click on the RiverBender.com wallpaper today. It'll take you right to Hainer Library, or just type it in right now, HainerLibrary.org. And then if you don't have your library card, I've been telling you to get one for 2 years. I'm not mad, but I think it's time to get one. Go to HainerLibrary.org, click on the How Do I tab, click on Get a Library Card, you put your address in, and it's that easy. Then you unlock all these really special perks like ad-free, for free streaming with Biblio Plus, YouTube TV, $85 a month now going forward. Then you got Netflix at $25.99 for bad boxing and bad comedy specials. Who wants to pay for it? You got Biblio Plus for free, courtesy of Hainer Library. Don't forget to tell them that RiverBender.com sent you over their way to explore our community staple. And you can learn more at HainerLibrary.org. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more right after this in downtown Alton.
From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holiday. 'Cause no matter how far away you roam, if you are...
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
With CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all the bustle you'll hear silver bells. It's Christmas time.
You got the donuts? There we go. Welcome in, 10:31. Sorry, I'm getting there, folks. Dan, Paula.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday to all of you.
Yeah.
We are just a couple of days away from all the fun and a super truck.
Couple of them, actually. Pulled a few more tricks up our sleeves.
Really cool.
We're going to have, at this point, we're looking at 3 mega trucks for the Grafton Winter Lights Parade.
This is really cool. How many years has this been going on now?
It started like 4 years ago, and it was just a couple of people in their side-by-sides in their own personal vehicles. They threw lights on their vehicles and drove around Grafton.
It started like a joke, right? Almost. Yeah.
Let's do a parade.
Almost like a side-by-side pub crawl.
Yeah.
Lighted pub crawl.
Right.
And then it got bigger. And then it got bigger.
Yep.
And
And
a
then-
couple years ago, you guys got me on board, and no looking back now.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta ask you, before we even dive into that, how many darn Santas did you guys have? That photo was about as big as you could fit. It was the fire marshal called to the loading. There was that many people, Dan.
He was in red.
How many folks did you have for that?
We had just over 500
It's
Santas.
incredible.
Yes.
Well,
And
that's
there
not
was
even
more.
the full
Yeah,
count.
no.
They didn't come down to, for the picture or whatever. But yeah, it was a great night. Great turnout.
Well, I saw just some shots of just some of the businesses. That sucker was full. I mean, all of Grafton was pretty much brim to the top.
And the weather was crappy.
It was terrible. It was awful. The monsoon.
Grafton shines when the weather's crappy, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So a good thing is this weekend there's not really any bad weather in the forecast. It's going to be a chilly one, but it's going to be normal winter
35.
weather. Yeah, it's normal winter weather.
And
No
that's
rain.
what you want for a Winter Lights Parade.
Yep.
Bundle up, bring the family out, and enjoy.
there's not rain. I don't see any.
No rain in the
Nope.
forecast.
None in the
precipitation.
forecast.
That means you're good to go, my friends. And now with this, what time does it start?
Well, let's see.
Parade officially starts at 5:30.
Okay.
Right.
Participants can show up anytime from noon up until the time of the parade.
go time.
Get their stuff ready, but for the participants, we're asking you to be ready. Not be putting decorations on at 5 o'clock, but be ready to move.
Yes.
Right.
It rolls out at 5, so.
How many participants y'all got lined up this year?
I have to do the count from the weekend because I do the count first thing every
gotcha.
week, so I'm behind. And my messages were blowing up all weekend. So I know last week we were sitting at almost 100.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whoa.
100 active entries, and I'm not even going to guess how many I have to go through.
How long does
and
this
get
parade
in.
take? Wow, that's a long parade.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it takes a while.
This is a parade.
Yes.
It's
No, I'm not
coming
being
together. Wait
because-
till you see what we have in store for you. Like, I'm not joking. I'm so excited. This is a project after my own heart.
Yeah.
It is really easy to pack Grafton when the weather's nice and it's beautiful.
Oh, sure.
But to get this many people interested in coming to Grafton when it is freezing cold temperatures, I cannot wait to see what this does in our community.
Well,
I think we're really going to have a great turnout as long as weather stays what we're expecting. Over 17,000 in online interest currently, so we're preparing.
Incredible.
We're
Just
preparing.
incredible. Well, and honestly, it's got to be a big morale boost for the businesses and all of you guys in Grafton because, I mean, obviously we talk about it like 100 times now. The winter months it used to be a dead time. Now it's not. And this is what's showing it. And if you can keep Grafton front of mind all year long, you're looking at brighter horizons pretty quickly.
And we can do that. We all it takes is teamwork. And that's all it is taken is just the town uniting and saying we're going to do this together.
Yeah.
And we all have something to offer and bring to the table here. And as long as we shine together, we all shine bright.
Well, and it seems like there's not, I mean, everyone's really on the same page with that. There's not a lot of because you see in small in towns really all across the Riverbend, there's always like some type of tizzy somewhere that kind of holds back the event because we got a stick somewhere. And it's like, come on, guys, let's just it's an event. We're doing this to help ourselves here.
As
Why
Dan
are we
nods
fighting?
in agreement.
It's just, to me, though, it doesn't seem like you have very much of that. It seems like everyone really is that team. A lot of it is, anyway.
Everybody's got the same
It's
goal.
a great team. Yeah.
It's
At
amazing.
the end of the day, everybody's got the same
Amazing.
goal.
So, with that being said, what is the best spot to watch the parade in Grafton?
Okay, I gotta be honest. There's not
Sorry.
a best spot, and you keep trying to divide us, and we're not going to let you do it.
I'm going to
But-
clip just what you say.
There are a few spots that are located primarily on the parade route, and it would be a dishonor to not mention them and highlight those
Gotcha.
for people. So the great thing, I don't want to squirrel for a moment is there's not a bad spot at this parade because, and Dan and them offered up the possibility of doing it on Main Street. However, the way we do it on Water Street, with all of the vacated flood lots that we do have throughout town,
Brilliant.
It allows for all of our spectators to show up early and get an actual parking spot facing or backed into the parade route directly. So you can line up on the parade route. When you got little kids and it's cold, you can stay toasty warm in your vehicle and then enjoy the parade as it comes by you. Elderly, people who have trouble getting out, those in wheelchairs, this parade's for everyone. You can come to Grafton. You don't even have to get out of your own car if you come early enough and plan ahead.
It's incredible. I mean, honestly, that's really innovative. Not a lot of people have ever figured that out, and I think that would be a kicker for so many.
We are tossing candy, so do not park right on the parade route if you
If you don't want to get candy,
like a good neighbor.
We had kids last year hanging out of the sunroofs with their bags open.
That's cool, though. Well, and see, it's really cool because it gives that, especially for children. And I'm one of those people that Christmas is a right. It's not a privilege for kids. Everyone should have a great holiday season and have fun. And to do things like this to where you can take your kids out to a variety of different locations and do things that are unique and different and apart from each other.
Right.
That's what makes this a really great community right now for events. I mean, and no matter where you drive up and down, especially in Grafton, there is something for everyone, for the family side of it and for the adult side of it too. I mean, hell, I saw Bloody Bucket on Saturday. Sucker was so full, you couldn't walk. Right. You could not walk. Right. I saw the picture that Peter posted. I couldn't believe it. It said Bloody Bucket rhymes with Christmas, or nothing goes with Christmas like Bloody Bucket. Right. And I was like, it's just things like that though, because it's not the business, it's the people really that bring in all of these folks. I truly believe that. It's your guys' personalities.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and you touch back on family, and, for years...
God, it's hot in here.
It's warm. Grafton has had that... party vibe, and we love that, but we really are trying to showcase that we are the home for families.
You are,
and especially with this parade. Something people aren't aware of is our personal family has started a new tradition since the parade's really taken up in the last 4 years, and that is we come down on parade night, we do the parade with the community. It ends at the loading dock where they have ice skating, s'mores station, hot cocoa, everything, and the full bar for the adults. So it's an actual building of a new family tradition. We do the parade, we do ice skating as a family, we spend the entire night focused on each other. And this year, there's also a non-family option after the parade as well, because Third Shoot is throwing down on the fact that they do the winter solstice party every single year.
Yeah.
And now they'll have the option, not just with all the children and everything, because not everybody wants to be around 100 children. They can wander down to Third Shoot, or shall I say float on down to Third Shoot and enjoy the winter solstice party. And Dan, I'm going to let you talk about that, because that's one of your babies.
Yeah, winter solstice. That is the shortest daylight day of the year.
Right.
So that means after the 21st of December, the days are getting longer.
Yep.
We're getting closer to summer again. So we started it, just a group of friends, several years ago, and the weather, knock on wood, has cooperated. I may not be in shorts this year, but usually we're in shorts and Hawaiian shirts, hitting the bars.
That's really cool, though. I mean, it's another way, though. And see, that's the thing that people don't realize. Everyone always they always want to know how something got to be the way it is. Like any event, if you Macy's parade, all that. It's because people have fun. You cannot do something and be successful without having some type of enjoyment or fun or some interest 100%. Of your own. And this is one of those things, like all of your events, it starts off as people doing this because they want to have fun together. And that's what Grafton's all about. I mean, it really is cool. You guys get a moment to stick around?
Yeah.
I gotta pay a quick bill. 10:40, a little bit of change on this Monday morning. The 16th day of December rolls around the corner in the heart of the 618 right after this one.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Alrighty, welcome back. 10:43. I know, you guys are proud of me. I am not putting a donut in my mouth until after. I have a bad time because I'll start eating and then I don't do the interview. I just kind of let people talk. I kind of just give up, you know? So if you ever want to take over the show, that's how you do it. Back to the parade. All right. Cat's out of the bag. RiverBender.com is going to be there.
Yes, thank you for coming back.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
We're excited to have you.
The Grafton Country Music Festival went great. There was a lot of people that liked the coverage and all that fun stuff, and now we're going to do it again. And where am I going to be at?
You are going to be set up at Parade Central. And Parade Central is really...
Thank you all for bearing with me there for a second. I had to get some running done. Whew. Our Thursday morning does continue live in the studio at 9:31 on this 19th day of December. Stephanie joins us now from Ameren, and really excited about this. I've been wanting to be a part of the smart thermostat craze for a couple of months now. I saw the emails, and now to have Stephanie on the show and continues our conversation with Ameren, really cool to have this. And Stephanie, how are we doing this morning?
Doing fabulous. What about you today?
Oh, you know, we are fresh off the RiverBender.com Christmas party, so I'm a little tired, but when Brian said that we had a chance to talk about the Google Nest promotion, I was all in because so many people have talked about this at lunch, and, you know, even with friends of mine that have gotten the emails, and to talk about this in more ways that Ameren can help us help ourselves, that's great.
Yeah.
So you fill me in on this. How long have you been at Ameren just overall?
So I've been with Ameren over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Great place to work. Love it. Watching my coworkers, all of us are growing up and becoming adults. So it's really great, really great.
Well, and this is a really great thing to talk about too, because for a limited time, obviously Ameren Illinois' energy efficiency program that we've talked about on the show before is offering that Google Nest thermostat for $0, tax shipping included. There's no cost. There's no asterisk by that. And, you know, take me through why it's so important for Ameren to have these type of incentives, these programs for, you know, its residents that it covers and helps each and every day.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's residential and businesses can take advantage of having a smart thermostat.
Wow.
One, The smart thermostat will help you manage your energy usage. So either you can set your own schedule, or there's an eco setting that's on there as well that will help you manage your energy usage. So basically, the bottom line is we know that it's going to get cold outside this winter. So we want you to be able to manage that energy usage so that your bills aren't as high.
Well, and I think for so many people, you know, especially if you have the regular thermostat or the one that we're used to maybe growing up with, you know, right before we leave the house every day, we might, you know, crank that sucker down a couple of degrees and make sure we can not let it run all day. But with this, you know, it seems like it really does bring the power truly to the consumer when it comes to monitoring what goes on inside the home when we're gone.
Absolutely, that is so true. So I guess the greatest benefit of having a smart thermostat, it's also you're able to control the smart thermostat by way of your smartphone. So you just mentioned you're away, or when you're trying to turn your thermostat down, or when you're away. Well, you can do that anywhere as long as there's a Wi-Fi connection. I often sometimes I'm rushing out the house, and then I say, "Oh my God, I forgot to turn my thermostat down." Well, I go straight to my phone and I turn it down, and I have no worries after that, because then I know that I'm not wasting energy and I'm not heating up an empty home.
See, and that to me is just so important, because that's where a lot of, I feel like my bill comes into play. Is it's, you know, I look at the times, I go, man, I'm only really at my house living for a couple of hours each and every night and then going to bed. And then you don't realize, you know, we're heating our homes for nobody for 8 hours every day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is totally wasting energy. So the smart thermostat will help you stop doing that. Of course, that's what we want to do. So you can set that thermostat to what you need while you're at home with your family. But when you go away, you can either manually set it to what you want it to be, or again, use that smartphone to set it and basically forget it.
Well, and it seems like too, you know, just from looking at my energy bill through Ameren and looking through those details, it's really cool to see that data, you know, and see how we're kind of being in our own homes. And it really puts into perspective, you know, are we really, you know, being mindful about those things? Because we might see the bill get up a little bit for a couple of months and not realize that our usage went way up. And it seems like, you know, with this, we're able to track that a little bit closer too, and really understand how much energy we're actually using, because I think so many of us don't truly know.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of the things that we probably don't pay attention to because we're used to just being comfortable.
Right.
But the smart thermostat will allow you to set those desired temperatures when you need it, and then, of course, lower that temperature when you don't need it, or even just to help you save on the energy usage.
Well, and that's not
Yep.
to cut you off, but this is where I get excited, because my parents got one and they love it. I mean, I know my dad does, because they're in Florida. They have a condo, so when they go out of town, you know, they know that their house is still taken care of and there's nothing running when it doesn't need to be. But it's I also saw that people are saving some money off of their bill because of this, and you know, 10, 12, 15% adds up pretty quickly throughout the year.
Yes, it does. Our heating and cooling costs is one of the largest bills that we have. So whenever there's opportunity to save, we need to do just that. And again, the smart thermostat will help you do that. But that 10 to 12%, it does add up, and you end up saying, "Oh wow, I did save on my energy bill." And all it just takes is a little bit of kind of getting into it, turning it down, utilizing the eco setting, utilizing that smart thermostat for what it actually does, and it will help you save.
Well, and on top of that too, I didn't even understand this HVAC monitoring really until I started reading some notes yesterday about it from Brian. And this is what I think's really cool. My family has a sewer cleaning business. My uncle runs it and owns it, and he does a great job. But we always talk about preventative maintenance and how far that can go. And it seems like this is a preventative maintenance kind of tool right here, where we can maybe catch some things a little bit earlier.
Absolutely. So one of my favorites is it gives you a notification that says it's time to change your filter.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one for me, because
too.
I need reminders.
Me too.
So and it's a very important reminder, because if you don't change your filter, then you're allowing your system to not operate as efficient as you would like it to. Plus, you're going to be taking in debris, and then that gets into your home, and then all sorts of things kind of start happening.
And when
But
we're just
with that one notification, you're able to change that filter, and it pops up every 3 months.
Well, and what a great follow-up, too. We just had Brian and Jake on the show a couple of days ago, and we were talking about natural gas safety and how, not having that filter cleaned out can cause some issues, too. So it's just a little bit more of that proactive approach to really make sure you're maintaining all of those important components of your home.
Absolutely, you are correct.
This is great. I love this. So take me through what it means to be Energy Star certified. I see this on so many appliances now, and I'm one of those consumers, Stephanie, that I don't pay too much attention, and that's a fault of my own. But is that Energy Star certified? Is that what we really should be looking for on any product for appliance and any type of device like this?
Absolutely, because what that tells you is that that particular appliance or device is going to operate at its highest efficiency.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yes, that is very important to pay attention to.
Well, and what I think is really great about the smart thermostat too, and I'll be honest because my generation really does care about the way things look, and it looks really modern. It's not one of those bulky grandma thermostats that I got in my house right now that just, that white block on the wall. And, I think that's a really great, kind of incentive too for people because it's not going to take away maybe from the aesthetic of their home. But
that's correct.
Stephanie, how is this possible through Ameren? How are you guys able to provide these thermostats? Because, they are very nice thermostats. I mean, MSRP, I saw, 129 or, some of these get pretty expensive.
Yeah. So we partner with Google.
Wow.
And Google Nest, and that's what helps us to provide this particular product to customers at no cost at all. And really, we just want to make sure that all of our customers can take advantage of it, whether they're residential or business. We want everybody to be able to take advantage of this particular offer.
And, on the business side of things, I didn't realize it was for businesses as well. That is so important because we're talking, especially for folks here in Alton that have maybe an older building that they're utilizing.
Yes.
Man, that's good to monitor. And now what I think's cool, I saw that it takes no time. I mean, I could even put this in if I wanted to.
Yeah, well, I was able to put it in.
Oh,
so
there we go.
I can do it. If I can do it, then anybody can absolutely do it.
Well,
but yes, it only takes that at least at most 30 minutes. And if you can do it yourself, or if you have just a little bit of a struggle, we do have a tutorial that's on our website that will help you get that installed, get your app in place, and then you're ready to go.
How cool is that? You know what I think's amazing, Stephanie? 20 years ago, you'd have to call somebody to put that thermostat in and hope for the best, hope it's not a pain. And now we can do it ourselves and look up a video for it,
Exactly. That's the best.
Well, and I also saw just for folks to go, hey, we don't want just one. We have maybe a different looking room. It comes in multiple colors. I didn't realize that until I just double checked here too. So that's another cool incentive for folks that you can find one that's perfect for your space.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You can, it goes with whatever you have in your room. So if you're like me and want to decorate and want to make sure things are matching or looking perfect, yes, it's available to you in different colors, and you can kind of shop that way as well once you get online and place your order for it. So you can kind of pick which color that's best for you.
Well, and if it's okay, it kind of leads me into another question that I've been really having lately, and it's about this modernization of our homes. It seems like, when I was growing up and in high school, we were kind of on the precipice of this smart home and what it looks like. I remember being in 7th grade and seeing the commercial that had the mirror, the screens on the countertop, and we were FaceTiming our, just crazy stuff. But this smart home is really coming into play, and I'm noticing too, there's some smart sockets and some things out there. And is it okay if we talk about that for a couple of minutes?
Sure.
Because
actually, with the offer that we have for the zero cost smart thermostat,
man, look at that. Can you hold that up again? That looks just that is nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna have to get that today.
Absolutely. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/nest, and then that's where you can just place your order, and it'll be shipped right to you. Again, at zero cost, because you mentioned that at the beginning, but it is actually at zero cost. Yes.
So cool. And now, so with the smart thermostat, do the smart sockets come with it? Is it a part of that deal?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Here it is right here. Yep, that's the smart socket. So this is bundled with that Google Nest thermostat.
Mhm.
And again, this is also at zero cost to the customer. So when they place their order, they're going to receive the smart thermostat and the socket together.
Wow, that's
Yep.
incredible. I mean,
Yep.
seriously. So with the smart socket, do you utilize one?
Yes, I have the smart socket. Yes.
And now, what do you use yours for, if you don't mind me asking?
So for me, I am one who forgets to turn lights out.
Me too.
Yes, or turn them off. So what I do is I plug in my favorite lamp that I always leave on, and my husband says, "Could you turn that lamp off?" But I use that to turn off the lamp.
Mhm.
So what's really good about the smart socket too, and the Google Nest, is that you can operate it by way of your smartphone.
Wow.
So you're just downloading an app, and even if I'm in my bedroom and I really don't want to get up to turn that light off, well, I can do so by my my smartphone.
Well, and I was also thinking too, now that you started talking about the lamp, for some people that I'm notorious for this, I always leave my lights off when I leave the house and I come back and it's pitch black inside, and I always think this is the ID channel ready to happen here, And how but to be able to power, your lamp on while you're, driving pulling up to the house and lighting your house up so you can step inside instead of keeping it on for 8 hours while you're gone, that's 10 times better.
That is 20 times better.
Yeah.
So yes, but that goes for both the smart thermostat and the socket.
Yeah.
So if you're on your way home and you just want your home to be just right comfortable for you, and you want a light on so that you can see when you come in, then yes, go to your smartphone, go to that app, turn up your thermostat to your desired setting.
Turn up your
or
savings.
I'm telling you, or turn that light on, and then you're good. When you come in, it's just like you're going from one to the other.
Well, and another big safety note for so many people, and I freak out about this all the time, is the heat and the power surge. And it's this is a safe outlet. This is heat resistant. It's tough, and it
Yes.
really is meant for this type of workload.
Absolutely. It's meant to help you be safe in your home, or more safer in your home,
Mhm.
because just as you mentioned, different things can happen. So this smart socket will help to eliminate some of those things, because it's providing a safer method of kind of plugging into something that will help you, light up your home or turn on your television, not have a whole bunch of cords going around. But this smart socket will help with that.
Absolutely. And, Stephanie, thank you so much for your time and joining us. And now, how long does this promotion run? Just so I can make sure that I get this in my house. I'm serious. I'm all in.
Yeah. So, well, you're all in, and you only have 12 days to be all in, because it ends December 31st.
Mm-hmm.
You can log in again to AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/nest. Place your order through the 31st of December. So they say 12 days to Christmas. Well, it's 12 days to get this smart thermostat.
There you go. It's 12 days to keep your energy bill snug. Stephanie Robinson, the Senior Program Supervisor at Energy Efficiency with Ameren. And really just great to have Ameren on a couple of times this week, especially as the weather starts cooling off. And Stephanie, you're welcome back anytime to keep us informed on how we can continuously help ourselves.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me, and happy holidays to all the listeners, to you, your families. Happy holidays. Enjoy.
Same to you. And by the way, that is a beautiful Christmas tree. I wasn't going to let you go without showcasing that. That is beautiful, Stephanie.
Well, but you know what? It's not a lot to it. I bought the one that had the snow on it to make it more efficient for myself. So yeah. Thank you so much.
No problem. Hey, at 9:47, we'll take a quick break in the heart of the 618. More Daily Show comes right around the corner after this one.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway safe rubber tire dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Here's CJ.
Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all the bustle you'll hear silver bells, silver bells.
Welcome back to our daily show. 10:31 on this 17th day of December. It's 46 degrees in the St. Louis Metro East. Joining us by Zoom, I believe she's on the Zoom now. Hope, are you there with me?
I am. I'm here.
Hey, Hope, Chief Program Officer with Cretus Family Solutions. And, last time we talked about the organization, it just seemed, the impact that was made all across the Metro East was incredible. And now, this time around the holidays, too, the Secret Santa program and all that the organization's doing, you guys are staying busy.
That we are extremely busy all year, but especially this time of year.
So, fill me in on this. This Secret Santa program is expected to provide how many children gifts this holiday season?
We have around 1,400 children, and annually in all of our programs, we serve around 6,300 individuals. So,
what does that mean whenever you think about just those numbers alone? I mean, because those are not, by any stretch of the imagination, small numbers. I mean, that is an exorbitant amount of families that are being helped in the region. Do you ever have a reflectionary period on that?
We do. We always, we prepare really for months before Secret Santa. And then following every year at Christmas, we all get back together again and just kind of think about both the positive impact we had, how the community engaged with us, what we can do differently, and just kind of make sure and check in through our workers and staff, like how each family experienced the event and the love that hopefully we reflected to them.
Well, and now, Hope, if it's okay to ask, fill me in on the Secret Santa program as a whole. How does it work? Fill me in on the tags and what they mean for that prospective child.
Yeah, our workers really go individually to each child, and they do a wish list, just like our own children would do at Christmas time, of what are the things that would mean something to them. And it really is humbling sometimes of the modest gifts that they ask for, especially for teenage children. But they fill out tags. Many community businesses host our tags within their business, and so people can pick up tags while they're there. But really, we've made it very easy where you can go to our website and you can, the Secret Santa is right at the top of that. And there are actual Amazon wish lists on there that we've downloaded for our children. And you can buy directly from those wish lists and they're shipped directly to the office. And otherwise, if you pick up a tag at a business and you buy those gifts, you can bring them unwrapped to any of our office locations.
It's incredible. And honestly, and this is something, Hope, that I'm not saying to patronize or add or supplement the conversation with, but, with what we do, with Community Christmas here, and, I try to make sure that we raise funds, just a local project that we do in a community-wide one. I feel like every child's right is to have a good Christmas experience and really have those moments. And when you see folks from all across the Southern Illinois region providing to this, it's got to really make the day-to-day that Quiroz does all throughout the year, all those major projects and milestones worth it all, because it is stressful, I'm sure.
It is. It's just, there's a lot to do. People that are in this work love it, and they're in it for a passion and a mission and a reason. But Christmas time does kind of bring it all together. We always consider the fact that children that have experienced trauma in their young lives, abuse and neglect, that, while we care for them all year long in various ways, that waking up Christmas morning and feeling a sense of normalcy and feeling a sense of joy, and that people love and care about that experience for them is just something that is hard to explain in words. It's very meaningful.
And now there's still children that we can help in the Glen Carbon area, correct?
Yeah, out of 1,400 children, I think we have around 15 children still in needs of gifts, particularly in our Glen Carbon office. And so, we want to do a shout out to them this morning. I can't believe those are the numbers I'm saying.
Yeah, I was, whenever you said that,
I'm like, oh my goodness, that's outstanding. The support that we've received so far. It's been one of our best years, and I couldn't be more thankful.
How do we help? How can we get those, the last, did you say 50 or 15?
15.
What? That is incredible. I mean, that is truly incredible.
I know. I'm so excited about it. I thought about that this morning and I was like, this is just incredible. And, the opportunity, though, for people that want to give, because this is just a time of year where people want to, give of their blessings and just the meaning of the season. So we also, on our website, there is a donate button. And what we do, we kind of call it Santa all year round, because there are always needs that we have for our children, graduations and birthdays and activities and events. And so don't ever feel like you missed out. Please help those 14 or 15 children, but also feel free to donate, because we utilize these donations all year at Quiroz.
Well, and, as we get closer to that 25th day of Christmas and Christmas as a whole, if it's okay for me to ask you, Hope, have you had any conversations, or your staff had any conversations with those, those foster children, and what it means to know that they have, that support system in the form of this organization? Because to me, I find that relationship fascinating, that it's somebody that's going to be, that's there for you whenever all else fails too. And I think that's so important for the backbone of anyone's, growth as a person.
Yeah, absolutely. Our workers have day-to-day contact and every year contact and close relationships to those children, and more than I do in my current role. But certainly we have done videos with children even that have been aged out of care years later, that tell us what just their overall care meant to them, but what Christmas and that people went out of their way to treat them special this time of year.
With that being said, how we're on the website now, Hope. I have your website pulled up with that Secret Santa option. And when we click on that donate now, it's going to take us right to that Alton Glen Carbon tab. There's a couple of other areas. So we would just click on that specific area, and
Yes.
we would go from there, correct?
Yes, and there will be kind of prompts that lead you exactly to the Amazon list. I went through it myself just for a refresher this morning, so it's pretty self-explanatory to get there, but yes.
I love the fact that you have the list, because it really shows that there's more of a personal side to this mission too, where you really get to almost have that, one-on-one shopping experience in a way, but virtually, for that individual. And I think that's really cool.
Oh, it is. I try to give back even to the agency as I work there each year. And I did shopping actually for one of our SILA adults this year. And I just had the best time. I mean, it's just seeing what she wanted on her list and being able to go purchase those things that I knew she specifically requested was just it's a very wonderful and heartwarming experience.
And Hope, I wanted to ask you, you were touching on, maybe folks are not able to, either support right now, or maybe just the timing's not right and they want to help throughout the year, because you're right, there's so much to do and help. What are some of the programs and opportunities and solutions that you guys do throughout the year round that, donations can help support?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, well, one of our programs, we have pregnancy options and adoptions, which is completely a private, non-funded program outside of fees for the adoptive parents to have home studies and make the adoption. But we really care for that mother in that situation. And so we want to provide for her and the care of that infant. And so, money can go towards making sure that a baby is born healthy, has their well-being checks, has all of the things that they need. We also have a full, in our foster care program, it allows us to go above and beyond to get the results that we want for children and to make them feel special all year. And so, like I mentioned, it allows us to go above and beyond our contract in ways that we can support them in graduations, hold activities and Christmas parties. We usually have a summer party for our kids every year, whether it's renting out a swimming pool, a skate park, whatever they like to do. We also like to reward and appreciate our foster parents who work all year round with these children and have them in their homes and out of the kindness of their hearts care for them and work with us. And so in our SILA homes, just like anybody else's homes, there's always repairs and needs and things that we want to do to make that environment nice and conducive to their independence. And there's lots of activities that go on there as well. And so we just we always have needs, they really never end. And we're just thankful when we can get donations to help us.
Well, and I think this is a good opportunity, if it's okay with you, Hope, to gauge your guys' insights too on the foster system as a whole, because there's been a national conversation about more folks maybe supporting this in a way of being a foster parent or, donating and supporting programs like Caritas and all of these wonderful avenues. How right now, if it's okay, Hope, what can the public do, in your estimation throughout the year to really help, kids in foster care and to help these families? I know that donations are good too, but are there events, are there resources that we can share to other folks to really help this, to really make this better?
Yeah, I mean, being a foster parent is certainly one of those ways, and really anyone with love in their hearts and a safe home can be a foster parent. We do all the training, all the certifications. And so we're always in need of foster parents for children, particularly our teens, often get stuck in residential treatment centers or sometimes even hospitals and need a place where they've healed and they've done their trauma work. And now they need a home environment to gain their independence and be part of a loving family, even into adulthood, right? And so really with that, all you would have to do is contact one of our local offices. They will set you up with a licensing worker and they can tell you everything you need to know about being a foster parent. In addition, we accept volunteers. We have volunteers that come in and actually help host Christmas parties at our youth residential.
That's incredible.
Party. Yeah, they come in, and recently they just hired like a carnival to come in with jugglers and clowns and all kinds of fun stuff for our children at the Children's Center. We can use mentors. We can, that want to just be involved in the life of kid, and it really just involves an application and a simple background check. You have to make sure that everybody's safe, that we have volunteer opportunities, donation opportunities, as well as foster parenting for sure, and staff opportunities. If you want to work and you have an interest in social work, we are also always looking to fill some professional positions that require certain degrees and others that really you can come in if you have a heart for the work and apply.
Well, and Hope, as 2025 starts to flip over on this calendar here in a couple of days, if it's okay for me to ask too, what's 2025 look like as a whole for the organization? Is there anything coming down the pipeline outside of Secret Santa that you'd like to tease us with or fill us in on to keep our eyes open to?
Yeah, we have our largest event, our actual largest fundraise event is our annual gala, and it's coming up in February. All the information with it is on the site. You can be a sponsor, a major sponsor. You can get a table. It's just a magical event. It's really pretty. It's over in O'Fallon, and it is at a beautiful facility, very heartfelt stories about our work and just a lot of community support and love for our programs. And so it's an outstanding event coming up here in February. We also have Caritas Day of Giving that really just passed, and we were able to raise over $126,000 towards our mission, which will help us greatly our SILA and adoption programs. And so as well as we're working on helping people that are homeless and just kind of diving into that work as well.
And honestly, thank you guys so much for the work that you do, Hope. And thank you so much for your time today. And if we can get those 15 children taken care of and their items all taken care of ahead of time, I think that would make me feel pretty good today. We can do that, I think, audience.
I think we can. And I appreciate your help in doing stuff very much.
Well, Hope, thank you so much for your time. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. And in the meantime, folks, you can go to CaritasFamilySolutions.org for more information. /Secret Santa Alton, and you can learn more. Hope, have a great rest of your Tuesday, and thanks for joining us in downtown Alton.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate your support.
Oh, no problem. A quick break at 10:46. More Daily Show next.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
Show on this Tuesday morning.
Way to say Merry Christmas to you.
Howdy, how you doing? 10:49. Wanted to play you a conversation. if it's okay with you. What a great conversation with Caritas. I always get, and it's one of those things, it's one of those tongue twisters that I always get, and I always get stumped on it. It's like the Gateway Arch Foundation the other day. I knew I was going to get that one, not the best, and I didn't get it the best, So, but in all seriousness, I was talking about the other day with somebody about this foster care issue and the numbers there and how we can help it. And helping organizations like Caritas is a huge thing and so important. So wanted to make sure that we featured them as well. I wanted to... Oh, welcome back, 10:08.
Wow! Mommy's kissing Santa Claus!
Thanks for hanging out there with me. Wanted to play you that from a couple of days ago in case we can help some more Glen Carbon children for Caritas Family Solutions this Christmas season. If you can help, we'll have an article link and everything on RiverBender.com so y'all are able to do so. Really excited for this conversation to take place here. Been talking about it for a little bit, and to finally get it going is going to be a good thing. We always like talking about entrepreneurship and innovation, and this falls hand in hand with UMSL, their Entrepreneurship and Innovation Center's 2025 Anchor Accelerator cohort. This is going to be a great conversation. I think we're all on Zoom now, are we? Let's find out. How are we doing today, guys?
Hey, CJ, doing great.
We have Dr. Scott Morris, and we have Sophie Mendelson here with us. Dr. Scott Morris is with UMSL, and Sophie, you were with Sugar Witch, which already sounds fun.
Yes, yeah, two great things coming together.
Well, and how should we kick off this conversation? I think we should really, if possible, Dr. Morris, talk about the program as a whole real quick and see how we got to this point in time.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about it. And call me Scott. You're going to make me squirm if you keep up with the Dr.
Now I
Morris
like
stuff.
you even more, Scott. I like you even more.
Yeah, I'm not the useful kind of doctor. No, the program is so great. Like we love it. We talk about it in as a kind of a three-legged stool. What we're really out about is we want to invest in local businesses to strengthen the local economy, create jobs. We want to educate those local businesses by putting them through our curriculum that's intended to help introduce them to scaling techniques, best practices for how to scale their business, and ultimately how to raise funds so that they can continue that growth. But we also incorporate our students. So our students are part of the program, and they will work for these wonderful founders like Sophie to help them do the inputs to build their business plan. And then we hope that, by strengthening Sophie's business, she can hire those interns, or we give them such relevant work experience that they'll be more qualified to start their careers, as they move on.
Well, and it really seems like such a symbiotic relationship, when it comes to this type of program, especially to get the students' involvement in this, where not only are you building their foundation, you're also, helping the prospective business. And I think that really showcases what, UMSL is really all about. I mean, we've, all come to know UMSL in some way, shape, or form, but to know it goes above and beyond that for the entire region is really what this will affect. That's great to know.
Yeah, thanks. That's exactly what we're trying to put together here is just raise all boats. If we help the local businesses, we ultimately end up helping our students, and then people like Sophie come back and support the program, and they help the next generation of founders come along.
So there's grants of $10,000, $20,000, and $50,000, correct, for this?
That's right.
And how are the winners chosen?
Yeah, so we invite in, we love to involve the community as much as we can. We invite in a panel of judges. These are all accredited investors. That I think we had 3 or 4 that had started their own business and sold their business. They had exits anywhere from like $30 million to $200 million.
That ain't bad.
So, these are very credible entrepreneurs that have had some success. We had representatives from the local banking community, Midwest Bank Center, Bank of America sent representatives. We had a representative from Arch Grant. So very qualified judges to come in and judge the pitches. And we're asking the judges to assess their readiness to scale. Like, is Sugar Witch a business that is ready for growth and that can handle the kind of material that we're going to, throw at them? And then ultimately, are they the kind of group that wants to take in investment dollars to grow their business and create all those local jobs?
It's so important. It transitions perfectly into Sugar Witch's involvement, but also, too, just touches on a really important point. We have the small business development centers on and have a lot of conversations with entrepreneurial programs and organizations. And sometimes I think, as a former business owner or myself, you think that you're ready for something and maybe ready to take that step, and just to be a part of that process and really learn what growth truly is and how much involvement there is with it. I think that's a great learning opportunity for anyone that applies to it, and that's a great thing going forward for upcoming opportunities for anybody to at least be involved and see what they need to do to be up to the par level of Sugar Witch.
Yeah, totally right. And we'll have the business plans reviewed by, these local bankers, by angel investors, by venture capitalists. So I'm not grading the business plan.
Right.
We're going to have real investors critique the business plan. So when Sophie leaves, she'll know what her preferred source of funding is and how far away she is from getting it.
It's incredible, truly incredible. And Sophie, Sugar Witch was awarded the $20,000 grant as the runner-up for most outstanding business. And, right off the bat, how does that feel, just knowing that, hey, you are being recognized for some really great stuff?
I mean, it's incredible to have that kind of external stamp of approval. We can get very sort of, tunnel vision in what we're doing with day-to-day operations, just getting through the production list. But to have the chance to come and speak with the judges and get their feedback and listen to their questions and sort of the ideas that their questions spark already is hugely valuable. And so, yeah, it's really, it's rewarding to know that there's sort of a pathway forward into greater growth down the road for us.
Well, and if it's okay, let's talk a little bit about Sugar Witch and what led up to that $20,000 grant. Take me through how Sugar Witch was founded, how, the origin story, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My wife and I founded Sugar Witch when we were grad students at Mizzou in 2019. We naively thought we'd have a lot of free time over the summer, which wasn't true, but ice cream was compelling enough to keep us going regardless. And so we got our start there. And then when we moved to St. Louis, we took it with us. We kind of kidnapped one of our friends from grad school to join the business with us. And so the three of us have sort of been navigating the way forward from there. We started out popping up around town, sharing kitchens, and just being a seasonal business. And then we found our way to a brick and mortar space. So we've been in full scale operation for the last 2 years.
Do you think having those stepping stones really helped you, for the long haul on this?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that just from sort of a psychological or emotional perspective, like it's such tremendous risk to start a business, and you don't know what you're getting into, and you don't know how people are going to respond to your product, and what it takes. Will it balance out? And so to have sort of these incremental phases where we could sort of get in a groove and then think about, okay, what's the next little step we can take, as opposed to having to see all the way through to, 10 years from now, what is this going to look like? Right. It's pretty, it's almost a non-starter to try to envision that. And so I think, yeah, anything that can get you like one step at a time with some real scaffolding is really helpful. And I feel like this UMSL program is for us that next step, that next piece of scaffolding.
Just incredible. I mean, truly is. And Sophie, before we keep talking a little bit more about this program, wanted to talk a little bit more about, Sugar Witch and just some of the backstory to this, because this is where I find it fascinating. There's so many spokes on the Sugar Witch wheel, and it really incorporates, I think, just in terms of philosophy and what you're trying to do for the region in terms of sustainability. I think this is such a well thought out, process. Let's talk a little bit about that, because I know that you are prioritizing local and sustainable agricultural projects. And let's take us through a little bit of Sugar Witch's philosophy in terms of business and sourcing and keeping things sustainable.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the graduate programs we were in when we started Sugar Witch were all food systems focused. And so that's everything we were thinking about. And we kind of viewed Sugar Witch as almost a lab for is it possible to sort of lay out these values and then find practical ways of meeting them, and what are the compromises you need to make, because you always have to make compromises and balance different competing interests. And so we've made it a priority to source as much as we can within our regional food system. So we interpret that pretty broadly within the Midwest, but we work with a farmstead aggregator that brings together different local farm products in Illinois, which is a great kind of program because it helps businesses like us not have to do the legwork of reaching out and building relationships with each individual farmer, but they're all coming together to make their products available to offer delivery into the city, which is huge for us.
Right.
Yeah, so we work a lot with them. We have goals for some of our staple products. That's, some of the harder stuff to source locally. That we're working towards. And then I think one of the perspectives that we brought with us from our time at Mizzou is, how do we look at labor as a part of this sustainability question? Because food system labor is happening all along that food chain. It's not just on the farm, it's our staff here at Sugar Witch. And so what does it mean to create food industry jobs in the city that enable people to sort of have a sustaining career that they're looking ahead to?
So
and we
important.
wanted to do that.
It's very important.
Yeah. We wanted to do that really specifically within our queer community. We're queer owned and operated, and we're very vocal about that. And it has created this community for staff where there can be exchange of information and resource building, and just create this like really self-generated, affirming workplace culture, so that this like emotional and psychological aspect of what it means to go to work can be really sustaining and community generated.
Well, Scott, I think I know why Sophie did pretty well in this program.
Right? And you haven't even tasted her product.
No, I'm in.
Yeah, no, wait till you see the stuff that they're actually making and selling. Their whole team is so phenomenal, and she's got such a vision and such a great leader and such energy. It's like, how can you not, put this business into the accelerator, right?
Right. Well, and on top of that too, I mean, it is available right here in our own backyard. I always call us the heart of the 618 right here at Old Bakery Beer Company, in addition to some of the cafe small grocery stores throughout the region. But at Old Bakery Beer Company, Sugar Witch is available. This is great news.
Yeah. I just dropped off a delivery last week.
Did you really? So take me through, if you could, Scott, you hit on it perfectly, just some of the products, and it leads into the next thing. This isn't just your, ordinary ice cream sandwich here. There's a lot of different twists, turns, and some really cool stuff going on with this. Take me through some of your staple products real quick, Sophie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we focus on ice cream sandwiches. We like a constraint, so we gave ourselves that one. And I think it generates a lot of creativity when you have parameters to work within. So our flagship ice cream sandwiches, we use a really super fudgy brownie for many of them, and then make a really dense high butter fat ice cream to go in between and sort of give that structural oomph to the ice cream. So our classic is a vanilla sprinkle with salted brownie, but we try to do the classics, and then we try to do the twists as well. So we have a miso brown sugar ice cream and a milk chocolate chip blondie, and then we bring in all kinds of seasonal produce throughout the year, and our staff really have fun with coming up with new products. We do a staff spotlight each month where somebody gets to sort of work an idea with me to bring that sort of like a flavor memory or touchstone into reality, and those tend to connect so well with customers because everybody has this sort of wealth of flavor memories to draw upon. And so when it's like, oh yeah, my grandma made peach ice cream and they're sweet tea, and this is all coming together into an ice cream sandwich, that's really, really fun for us.
That's really incredible, honestly. And it goes back to the community that you're trying to foster and create. And I think that's a great way to kind of highlight that too. And, Scott, it also, I think, really showcases the program support for, local food business, because I think so many times, especially now, it seems like we're all kind of having more of a conversation about maybe what we're putting into our bodies. And I think that's very very important to have, but to support something in a local front where that, there's a local mission on both the food side of things and the economic side, I think it really does showcase that your program's, initiative to really secure these.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another thing that we instruct the judges on is to look for those businesses that have historically founders from historically underrepresented groups. We want to absolutely put a little wind in their sails, but we're looking for great products that have a real chance to do something. And Sophie meets all those criteria.
Well, and Scott, take me through some of the students' involvement and their thoughts on this. I think that's not a lot of people get an opportunity to really be a part of something to help it grow. I think a lot of us, when we join maybe our first job out of college, I know I did when I was at my first job out of college, I thought, is the good times already over for this? Did I join on the downtrend of things? And to be a part of growth, though, and really feel that excitement, that involvement, and really that team atmosphere, have you had those conversations with students?
For sure. And we get both undergraduate and graduate students that will take the course. And so, what I believe is that whether you want to own your own business or not, if you're entrepreneurial minded, this program, dead center bullseye, right? There's just no way around that. However, most of us, and I had a 30-year career before moving into academia, and I would describe myself as an intrapreneur, which means that I'm trying to transform or make differences in larger established companies. And so these skills that these students are learning are applicable, either direction. Whether you want to own your own business, it's 100%, applicable, and you're getting that deep experiential learning right there, face of the coal mine. However, if you're going to go, work for someone larger, you need to bring new ideas. That's the best way to get promoted faster. That's the best way to help your employer, strengthen their position. And so a lot of these skills translate, and we want to make sure to connect those dots for the students that you don't have to want to own a business for this to be applicable and relevant.
100% over. I mean, and I think too, it showcases too just how important these partnerships are in the St. Louis Metro East region, because so many times, when we maybe turn on the news on both sides of the river, we get a little bit, down over things we see, but we don't talk about these really great opportunities that are on the horizon, these great relationships that are formed, like with WEPOWER and the Arch Grants and with Schnucks. Scott, could you fill us in a little bit more on these collaborative partnerships and how they help the program and really just everybody overall?
Yeah, and in terms of being new to higher education, my background was in the private equity
Oh,
world.
gotcha.
And so, when I came into the program, UMSL already had an accelerator program that was in existence. But as I got to know the ecosystem, I just saw a lot of redundancy and a lot of overlap. And so what we were doing is just kind of putting these small businesses through a wash cycle. We're just sending them around in a circle, and we want to send them in a straight line, get them out the end of the funnel and into that next stage of growth. And so that's what I approached Arch and Schnucks and WePower about, is how can we partner so that we're not having the redundancies. And so they've sent us, in addition to, Sophie's in a group of 5, she's one of 5 businesses that won the UMSL PitchFest, but then we got another 7 businesses contributed from these other programs. We focus on, UMSL has the faculty, the alums, the physical space to really dig deep and focus on the education piece that these other programs, may not be as focused on. So what we'd like to do is just kind of pass the baton, help the businesses go from startup through scale up into, a round of investment and then into maturity. And we can do that best by partnering with the other programs. So this is the Arch Grants folks keep telling me this is step 0.5 in what we hope to be a longer process of kind of connecting the ecosystem together to ensure that we get these great businesses, to success.
100%. And Sophie, back to Sugarwoods, take me through some of the things that the team's learned, that you've learned, through this last couple of months. And if you could be that kind of, I hate to say elevator pitch, but really just that message to anybody that maybe is looking into this, but maybe is a little bit nervous. Is this right for me? How much work is this going to be? Because this isn't, just a fly by night. I mean, this is intensive. Fill us in on that.
Yeah, so the process that we went through, so you write up the application. It's sort of like a grant application. So if you've ever done one of those, then it's nothing new there. You provide your information, you sort of detail your vision, and then for the pitch phase, I had never done a pitch before, and so and neither had anybody on my team.
Did you practice? Did you have a
But
pitch practice?
sorry.
Did you have pitch practice?
We did. We sat around my
Yep.
kitchen table over the holidays and practiced this pitch again and again.
Love
And so, yeah, you put your slides together. I think the thing that we learned from the process is the critical importance of narrative. Like, you're not going to have time in those 5 minutes to give every detail of what you're doing, and hopefully your application did that for you. And so if you can put together a story that really demonstrates the vision, and then that's something that founders can speak to, right? Like, you don't have to memorize statistics. It's about what you're doing every day, and you're just sort of breathing life into it, for the judges to get a little taste of that. And then from there, we'll find out. I'm so excited for the learning opportunities that are coming our way.
Well, and honestly, too, Sophie, it seems like you've just had a pretty incredible background in education yourself. Did you go to Yale?
I did, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is the
Graduated in
first time I've talked to an Ivy Leaguer before. Well, and Sophie, whenever you were going through the initial steps of this, just to, before even knowing that you were going to be chosen, and you're talking about the pitch process, what were your thoughts? What did you want to get out of this, if selected, and have those been met?
Yeah, I mean, I think that what we were looking at was a very real sort of production barrier that we're facing with Sugar Witch. We're at this bottleneck, where there's one phase of our process that is just so slow and so physically demanding that it's not possible for us to scale larger right now and meet the inquiries that we have for larger orders and larger wholesale accounts. But in order to finance that sort of level up, we need to scale. And so it's this sort of, catch-22 of how do you navigate that? And then when we started looking into this UMSL program, we realized that, we have the opportunity both to potentially access funding that could help us navigate this production bottleneck with the guidance and the mentorship to make sure that we really know how to make those dollars count, and apply them most productively, towards that desired growth. And so what we're really excited about and hoping for is sort of the opportunity to, with our mentor, figure out how we're going to apply these funds to get us making more and more ice cream, in a way that doesn't reduce hours for our staff, but just redirects their efforts to things that are actually easier on the body, more efficient from a production perspective, and allows us to bring that much more ice cream forward.
Well, it's just incredible. And Scott, before I let you go, it's been a great conversation, both of you, and you're welcome back at any time. Sophie would love to hear more about the progress as Sugar Witch keeps growing and growing. And Scott, before I let you go, I mean, $160,000 in grants to local entrepreneurs. And I think that's such a big word right there, is the local side of things, because these are the folks that are going to be investing in our park and rec teams and being a part of those community drives and really being a presence there. And, as this is, already kind of, seems like run its course for 2025 in terms of applicants, what does 2026 look like? Have there been some talk already about it? I know that we're, it's 2024 still, and we're still a ways away, but it seems like you guys never stop working and you're always planning ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's three ways to get into this year's cohort.
Oh, you can? Okay, great.
Yeah, so Sophie, has showed us the first path, which is participate in the UMSL PitchFest and get one of the grants. You can come through one of our partners, which is Arch, Schnucks, WEPOWER, or you can open enroll. So if you go to look up UMSL Entrepreneurship Certificate, and you can open enroll, we offer the classes at our cost. You don't get the mentor or the grant, but you get all the other benefits. And so you take the same courses right alongside Sophie. But then the cycle will repeat next year. So we'll open up applications for PitchFest again. around October 1st. They close around November 1st. And then, PitchFest will be in early December. And the next cohort number 6 will be start in January next year.
Just incredible. And seriously, both of you, thank you so much for your time. And Sophie, before I let you go, how can we follow along with Sugar Witch on social media?
Absolutely. We're at Sugar Witch IC on all social media. So
Really
that's
cool.
sugar like the sweet stuff, witch like the Halloween kind, the letter I, the letter C.
Awesome.
Try
Thank you.
the product, man. It is fantastic.
I'm going to Old Bakery. I'm going today or tomorrow. I'm excited about this. And like I said, thank you guys for your time today. It was really great to learn about this, and hopefully we got to all chat again here soon.
Thanks for having us, CJ.
No problem. Thank you
so much.
10:32 is the time on this Thursday morning. It is the 19th day of December, the heart of the 618. More of our daily show comes right around the corner next.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir. And folks dressed up like Eskimos.
Oh, welcome back. Little shot of downtown Alton there. And got some news for you. I think we have another interview today with Lovelyloons. I might be mistaken. I don't know. Gotta get my hair cut. Alrighty, hey, wanted to fill you in on a couple more news stories. We didn't get to them at 10 o'clock on the dot, but we're getting to them now. You heard it here first on RiverBender.com because we bring you the Alton City Council meeting. The Alton City Council has officially approved the return of the Alton Midwest Nationals Formula One Powerboat Championship to the riverfront for the next 3 years, with the second annual event that's set in stone from July the 18th to the 20th. of next year. The race will feature top powerboat racers from across North America, along with vendor displays, free viewing areas, and a VIP experience. Now, notable changes this year include general admission fees of $15. Now, this does grant people access to live music, a fenced main viewing area as well. The move to July is intended to provide a more stable racing environment. The decision aims to enhance planning and advertising efforts. And hopefully we get some of that right here on our daily show. I'd love to have, I'm just going to say it now right here. It's 10:36, 33 degrees, December the 19th. I'd love a Midwest Powerboat Championship commercial. I'd love to have one in rotation. Alrighty. Hey, beginning January 1st, Illinois employers will be required to issue pay stubs to employees for each pay period. Here's what we know on this, very important. These pay stubs must detail hours worked, pay rates, overtime, and wage deductions. The Illinois Department of Labor Director Jane Flanagan emphasized that this law enhances transparency. It enables workers to verify their earnings and deductions. And under Public Act 1030953, employers are also mandated to retain copies of pay stubs for 3 years, regardless of employment status. Employees can request their pay stubs up to twice a year. Questions can be directed to the Department of Labor. Also in the news today, getting a little hot in the Riverbender building, and a shocking announcement. The operations at Homer G. Phillips Memorial Hospital have been suspended. This is developing here in the St. Louis region. It resulted in the immediate furlough of its dedicated healthcare workers. In response, Mayor Tashara Jones of St. Louis, collaborating with the Department of Health and Slate to support these affected employees right around the holiday season. The initiative aims to connect them with job placement, training programs, and other assistance. Mayor Jones expressed her concern for the workers, criticizing developers Bob Clark and Paul McKee for their role in the hospital's closure. The historical significance for the hospital for the black community also adds more tragedy to this situation developing in St. Louis. We'll have more for you as more details do emerge as we get more statements from the mayor's office. At 10:38, in a heartwarming initiative, Lewis and Clark Community College's Science of Happiness class partnered with College for Life students to create gratitude letters for loved ones and teachers, promoting meaningful connections. We'll have more for College for Life next week on December the 26th. Students from the program join me in the studio, and we're having a great conversation. Their collaboration on this project in a gratitude portrait wall that's displayed in the Trimpe building, showcasing the CFL students with their expression of thankfulness. Professor Christina Chapman noted that the project nurtured positive emotions and encouraged kindness. Through shared experiences, students learned that the significance of empathy and small acts of kindness, discover that gratitude can bridge differences and even strengthen relationships, ultimately highlighting the value of inclusive programs. Finally, in the news today, on this 19th day of December, in a thrilling high school basketball rivalry, Collinsville secured a decisive 56-31 victory over Granite City, leading them at halftime and taking the win all the way on home. 23-10 they led at halftime. The K-Hawks were powered by Donovan Coates with 15 points. Jace Wilkinson added 13. Meanwhile, Winchester West Central beat Hardin Calhoun 60-55 with Lane Illerman scoring 19 points for the Warriors. Jacksonville Route Catholic remained unbeaten at 8-0 after defeating Piasol Southwestern in a close contest, 58-50, despite a strong effort by Ian Brantley, who scored 23 points. Now in girls action, Carlinville dominated Mount Olive 60-26, while Triad beat Collinsville 63-50, and that's a look at just some of the sports scoreboard from Play It Again Sports. At 10:40, that's a look at all the news that was happening around the Riverbend on this 19th day of December, this Thursday morning. All righty. I like doing Christmas stats, and we're getting close. 6 days away. 6 days away. Don't want to scare anybody, but there is a Amazon Teamster strike, so hopefully you aren't ordering anything off of Amazon. Sure. This is why you shop local. Don't have to worry about it. Just go pick it up at the store. Anyway, with that being said, Wallet Hub, my friends at Wallet Hub, have decided that they're going to rank the top 5 cities for Christmas this year In 2024, with the holiday right around the corner, and while it's one of the most wonderful times of the year, it ain't for your wallet. Americans are projected to spend at least $980 billion this holiday season. November the 1st through December 31st, consumer spending at almost $1 trillion. Festive feelings may be further dampened by the fact that inflation will get you much less, I do get paid, bang for your buck during this Christmas shopping period. I did awesome. I just want to brag. Didn't break the bank or the budget, and life's looking good for little old CJ. Now, you don't need a lot of money to have a Merry Christmas, though. You just need to be with the right people, or even being in the right place, like the 618, to identify the most festive and affordable cities for Christmas celebrations. They compared the 100 biggest cities in the United States based on 28 key indicators, such as tradition, shopping, and costs. So, if you want to make this Christmas a memorable one without breaking the bank, check this list out. Here we go. The top cities for Christmas. And, wow, we made the list. Well, somewhat. I say we because St. Louis is really we're all in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying here? Hey, top 10, here we go. Number 10 is New York City. That came in at 10. Number 9, Chicago. Number 8, Miami, Florida. Number 7, St. Louis. How about that? We made the list. It actually says, parentheses, Alton. No, okay. Number 6, San Francisco. Number 5, Orlando, Florida. Las Vegas is the 4th best city to celebrate Christmas unless you're losing. Number 3 is Seattle. Number 2 is Pittsburgh. And the best city for Christmas in the year 2024. It ranked in at number 7 on traditions in the fun scale. The observance rank, it was low at 28. The generosity rank, 14. The shopping rank, 6. The total score, 63.65 for number 1, Atlanta, Georgia. There you go. There's your top 5. This is from Wallet Hub, the top 5 cities for Christmas. You know, I'm not a big Atlanta fan, but I'm not a big city person. I've never been one. Like, you know, Chicago's okay, but you can have that too. You know, I'd go to Vegas. That'd be fun if I'm winning. You know, that's why the Vegas trip is always an enticing one, because it's like, do you really want to go? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to go if you're not going to win? Question. I don't know. Hey, Christmas tree farms per capita, the most, Miami, Florida. Isn't that wild? Miami, Florida has the most Christmas tree farms per capita. They're tied for 1. There's 5 tied for number 1. New York is also tied for first place. Portland, Oregon, Gilbert, Arizona, and Phoenix, Arizona. Christmas tree farms. Wow, fascinating. Hey, the fewest per capita, Colorado Springs, Kansas City, Missouri, Milwaukee, Louisville, and El Paso, Texas. Cue Marty Robbins. Gift shops per capita for Christmas, Orlando, San Francisco, Las Vegas, Honolulu, and Seattle, all tied for number 1. The fewest, Chula Vista, California, Henderson, Nevada. They're always on Live PD. North Las Vegas, Garland, Texas, and Irvin, Texas. They round out the fewest. And that's a look a little bit about some holiday stuff. We'll have more for you as Christmas gets closer and closer to the 618. All right, hey, while I have you, more than 82,000 deer have been harvested in Illinois during firearm season. Let me fill you in on this. Illinois hunters took in a preliminary total of 82,496 deer during their 7-day firearm season that did conclude on the 8th of December. Now, comparatively speaking, hunters harvested 76,494 deer during the 2023 season just last year. The preliminary harvest for the second segment of the firearm season, December the 5th through the 8th, was 27,835 compared with the 22,883 deer that were harvested during the second part of the season last year. The preliminary harvest for the first segment of this year's firearm season, November the 22nd through the 24th, 54,661 deer. Remaining deer hunting opportunities in Illinois do include the late winter antlerless only and the CWD season, the chronic wasting disease, very important, in designated counties only, December the 26th through the 29th, and January the 17th through the 19th. And archery deer season continues through the 19th of January. More information can be found online. For Madison County, just kind of curious. I'm kind of curious. Let's take a look. They give us the full chart. It is a little bit out of whack here, though. Let's see. In Kane, I'm just curious. Hold on, I got you. In Jersey, 475, Kane 24. Let's see. Madison 549. Pike County 1136. That's interesting. See how Calhoun, Hardin. Let's see how Hardin did. 366. And let's see. Calhoun about 500 and some change so far. So really kind of interesting just to see how that's all playing out. You can see that full chart online on RiverBender.com. I always like to see the harvest numbers and just seeing where they are year over year. You can see that right now on RiverBender.com/news. The time's 10:47. We'll come back with a little bit more. 33 degrees in downtown Alton on this 19th day of December. Our daily show continues. Right after this.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. 10:51. All righty. Happy Thursday. Are you guys excited for Christmas? I mean, seriously, what the hell? It's 10:51. Are you ready for Christmas? Let's be real here. Let's talk about this. Because for some people, last year was brutal for me. I think it was last year. I've been having this conversation for 2 damn days now. I can't figure out what year it was. I have a really bad memory. Make your jokes later. I really think it was last year, but it might have been 2 years ago. Anyway, 1 year, it depends, right? Sometimes timing, it's all about timing at the holiday season. And sometimes we're winning, sometimes we're not winning, and sometimes we're just biting that lip and hoping for the best and getting through it. You know what I'm saying? So, last year, I'm going to say last year just for the sake of the story, so we can get through this together. I think my parents went out of town to their condo in Florida, and I think it was last year. But anyway, it was when it was like -5 degrees out. Do you remember how cold it was during Christmas Eve? It was brutally cold, and maybe it was I don't know. It was Christmas Eve. I know that for a fact. Anyway, my grandma's water pipe exploded. I had to call my brother and my grandpa over. It was just like 4 days of nonstop torture leading up to Christmas. And so by the time I took my couple of days off, I didn't feel like I had any vacation at all. I was just like kind of, just kind of nodding and weaving. And now this year, I'm like stress-free, life's good. We have so many great shows lined up. There's not a best of show that I'm doing this break. It's like amazing. We have so many great guests lined up. Next year's already starting to fill up. January, my goal is to have full before I come back. So life's looking good. We have some new sponsors, and I got all my Christmas gifts. So I feel really good because normally it's like the 24th. I'm struggling into JCPenney and just putting it on a card and saying, that sounds good to me, and now really feel just kind of organized in a very weird way because I'm not an organized person. How are you guys doing? You guys winning? Not winning? Anyway, hey, I wanted to showcase this story for you because I think it proves my point. In life, you can be miserable because life sucks. It sucks. Things happen, hit you all the time. Or you can put a smile on your face, brave it out, and just have some fun with all that life throws you. And this woman, I think, kind of embodies that. So this individual, listen to this, just turned 106 years old. Okay, and and she might tell you why in here, but here's a little bit of what she had to say about that 106th birthday.
Everybody came. Give it a clap for everybody that came. I'm so happy to still be here and see all you wonderful people. And God love us all and take care of us all and help us for a long time. So I'm happy you all come in and let's have a good time. Well, how about that? I have all my old neighbors here from where I used to live and be happy. But of course I'm not there anymore, but they all came. And I'm so happy for that. My relatives all came, all my family's here, and everybody here, neighbors and family and people from here. And I'm just so happy to see everybody. So let's all have a lot of fun here. You see, my family always had a lot of fun. We always did.
There you go. How about that? So she starts her speech off. Okay, well, she just turned 106 years old. Her name's Florence Hackman, and she's nicknamed Fireball Flo. Okay? She credits her long life to a positive attitude and the love of Fireball whiskey. After her love of the liquor led to the manufacturer sending her complimentary bottles and merchandise for her 105th. She turned 106 just this Monday at the Traditions of Deerfield Senior Living Facility in Loveland. So, the retirement home said Hackman still attends those daily happy hours with her friends and closely follows her favorite sports team. the Cincinnati Bengals. It's just a really cool story. I wanted to share it with you because, we always get kind of uptight around this time of the year. I'm notorious for it. For a couple of weeks, I act like a nightmare. And there's no reason to because, it's just life. Have some fun, drink some Fireball, be responsible. Life's looking pretty good. All right. So one story I had to share with you because I was so tired of reading these darn things. Kudos to this library. Kudos, okay? So, a former Detroit area resident attempted to return a library book that was 50 years overdue. The library told them, "You can keep it. Thank you." Why are we returning these darn things? They've been gone for 50 years. They're already marked stolen or they're marked missing. Move on. Chuck Hildebrandt now lives in the Chicago area, said he was recently looking through books on his shelf and spotted a copy of Baseball's Zaniest Stars. Hildebrandt soon realized he had checked the book out from the Warren Public Library on December the 4th, 1974. "I was so embarrassed," he told the Detroit Free Press. "Embarrassed that they told you to keep it or embarrassed that you forgot it?" The man returned to Metro Detroit for Thanksgiving. Tried to return the book, told the book was no longer in the system along with any of his record of having him checked it out. The library told him he could keep it. He would not be charged the overdue fee, which would have amounted to about $4,500. And you wanted to be a hero, Chuck. I wish they would have charged you. I would have charged you with interest just because you wanted to make everyone's life miserable, just because you found an old book. Okay. Hildebrandt now attempting to raise that amount of money of the fee waived for a nonprofit literacy group. Now I feel bad. See, I got to read these things more thoroughly. Now I feel bad for picking on him. He's raising the money to donate it to a nonprofit literacy group. Reading is fundamental. If he put in the first $457, about 10% of the amount, and he's trying to crowdfund the rest. So the fact that I got to pay for this guy's fine, you know what I'm saying? It's not even a fine. Why am I helping you? Anyway, my thoughts today. I don't know. Hey, 2024 had some pretty wild stuff going on. And it's like there's just so much to talk about. So much to talking about. Do we talk about the biggest news stories of the year? Because I don't think that we have ever had a news year as busy as this one, both nationally, globally, but most importantly, here locally. We have been busy. I think, honestly, we've had an average of 12 to 15 news stories every day, all year long during the work. I mean, it's incredible. So let's do this one before I let you go. Seban Saji of India broke the Guinness World Record. That's what we're talking about. The 10 records of the year. For the world's smallest washing machine when his minute appliance officially measured in at 1.28 inches by 1.32 by 1.52. So I have to show you this. I saw it, and I got to show you this washing machine before I let you go today, okay? And he actually washes clothes, so let's just go ahead and take a look at this, okay? I had to zoom in because it's that small. So here we go. Look at that. That's a washing machine. Look at him putting in some little clothes there. Looks like a detergent. I wouldn't drive in a car with that stuff. puts his little liquid in. It's leaking, so I don't know if that's probably, does that pass? Look at it, it's washing. So if you want your napkins washed, or maybe even a piece of a napkin, there you go. That's one of the top 10 Guinness World Records of the year is what they're claiming, and I'm claiming that I'm out of time, and I'll see you tomorrow for more of our daily show. Until then, just try your best to stay out of jail.